welcome back to Mommy with Purpose. I'm super duper excited to start our first series called How Do We Get Here, Mama? So over my lifetime, I have heard countless stories, and I've seen it in movies and TV shows of moms who lay down their lives, lay down their dreams, their ambitions for their children, which I'm not fronting on whatsoever. I think it's amazing the sacrifice that they made, but I think that we have the opportunity in this day and age to change the narrative. I believe that you don't have to sacrifice your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations to be a mom. There is a way to do both. You can be an amazing mom and still live out your dreams. It's all about time management. It's all about balance. It's all about communication. But for those moms who are already in that phase where you kind of lost yourself, you had your baby, maybe your child is 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 18, and you lost yourself in momming, we don't want to just start on how to get back to Mommy with Purpose. I want to start out with a why. Why did you lose yourself in the first place? I understand you want to make sure you were there for your kids and had hot meals on the table and make sure they were meeting all their milestones and growing and developing. I understand all that, but there's a deeper reason, and I think if we can't get to the root of it, the cycle will still go on. So in order to stop this cycle, we have to go down deep and pull this up from the root. And once you kind of know why, you can fix those reasons, and then you can start finding yourself again and start getting through those stages of Mommy with Purpose and start realizing, okay, I have to make a change, and then start implementing them. Okay, so I'm not a person who just want to say, oh yeah, clap 3 times, here's 3 points, go fix it. No, we're gonna go down deep, and I want you to go to the Mommy with Purpose Facebook group, because that is where we're gonna discuss all of the topics that we talk about on the series. Let's get started. So today's topic in the How We Got Here series is self-love and self-worth. So it's kind of a twofer, self-love and self-worth, because I feel like they really go together. I need you to fall in love with yourself again so that you can realize that you are worthy of someone caring about your feelings and emotions. You have a purpose and a destiny. You are worthy of taking time to focus on your destiny and purpose. You are worthy of living out your dreams. Just because you're a mom, that doesn't mean that you don't have dreams anymore. Just because you're a mom doesn't mean you don't have a purpose anymore, that momming is your only purpose. Momming is a part of your purpose. God created us. Our bodies specifically were made to give birth to children. We have a nurturing nature as women to love children and nurture them. That's a part of us. I've never and will never say that mommy is not your purpose. Momming is your purpose. It's a part of your purpose, but that's not it. There's more to it, but you can't even see that if you can't see yourself through the eyes of love. So I want you to say this prayer today. I'm giving you 3 activities. 1, I want you to say this prayer: Lord, teach me to see myself through the eyes of love. Help me to see myself the way that you see me. Second thing is, I want you to write down 5 things that you love about yourself. Whether it's your smile, whether it's your laugh, whether it's the way that you care for people, whether it's your hands, whether it's your hair. I want you to write down 5 things you love about yourself. And then the last activity, the last thing I want you to do is I want you to think back. And I want you to find where this self-hatred came in. Because the opposite of self-love is self-hatred. I'm gonna let that sit in. The opposite of self-love is self-hatred. Where did this self-hatred come in at? I want you to think back. Ask yourself, where did the self-hatred come in? And then I want you to take time to go deep. And I want you to reverse that self-hatred. I want you to ask God, invite God into that moment. Wherever that moment is that the self-hatred came in, I want you to invite God into that moment. And I want you to ask him to begin the healing process of that's where the self-hatred came in, and ask him to help you with the healing process of beginning to love yourself again. Because like I said, finding 5 things that you love about yourself is great, and you can continue to remember that and love on yourself from that. But if we don't get down to that root, it's not gonna penetrate. It's not gonna penetrate, and you're not gonna get the results you want. So I'm gonna give you an example. For me, I feel like the self-hatred came in, I would say, when I was about 5. When I was about 5 years old, I felt like the self-hatred came in at that point because I was born with a visual impairment and my eyes were crossed. and I think I was 3 or 4 when I had a surgery to uncross them. But I went to school early because my grandfather owned a preschool. He owned a school, and so I went to school early. I did K3, K4, K5. So I went to school when I was 3, and when I went to school, people would start making fun of my eyes. They would start saying, "Oh, cross-eyed, cross-eyed," and I felt like when I looked in the mirror, I hated how they looked. I hated how my eyes looked. And even when I was a teenager, I look back, there's only like 1 or 2 pictures, maybe 5 pictures of me with my eyes crossed, because I never wanted to take pictures. I never wanted to be seen or recorded cross-eyed, right? So I remember I was maybe like 17 or 18. I was 18 years old. Getting ready, I was 17. I was in my junior year of high school, applying for college, doing college applications, and I found this one old picture of myself with my eyes crossed, and I just revolted. I was revolted by myself. I was reminded of how I felt about myself. And this picture of me was as a baby. I wasn't even 3 or 4 years old yet. This picture that I saw myself was a baby. I think I might have been 6 months old in this picture, and I hated myself. It was a deep seated hatred that was triggered in that moment. Seeing that picture, it brought back all those memories of kids in my ears and cross-eyed, always in my face. Little boys would hit me at school because of my eyes, and from that moment forward, all the way up until, I don't know, even about 4 or 5, maybe when I met Ryan, when he told me he loved my eyes, that broke me. That broke me because I never loved my eyes, because I had that deep-seated hatred. So I would say until I was about 24, from 4 to 24, 20 years of hatred for my eyes. And so that's where it came in. And so, you know, when I went to counseling school, I feel like I had to find that moment, find where it came from, so that I can go back to that point, go back to my 4-year-old self and deal with those 4-year-old feelings of hatred, self-pity, self-hatred. I feel like I've always had low self-esteem. but I feel like I've always had a low opinion of myself, but that all stemmed from the self-hatred. Those all were fruits that came from the self-hatred. So I really want to encourage you to go back to that moment. Where did the self-hatred come in? And I want you to invite God into the healing process. And I want you to ask him to heal that age. Whatever it is for me, I ask you to heal my 4-year-old self, where I hated myself. I hated my eyes, Lord. And I ask myself daily, Lord, teach me to love my eyes as you heal me. Because I still believe that God will heal my eyes. But until that day comes, I need to still be able to love myself. I'm not like, oh, once God heals my eyes, then I'll love me. No, I need you to help me to love myself as you heal me. And I feel like it got better and better over the years. When it came to self-love, I found other things that I loved about myself to focus on, instead of that one thing that I hated so bad. But still lying underneath quietly, that self-hatred was always there. And I feel like it really began to break when I heard someone would love me for that. As a teenager, I thought no one would ever love me because my eyes are ugly. I've heard guys say, oh, she's really cute with those eyes. Like, literally. So I feel like it really broke when I had, in a human form. Obviously, I know God loves me. He loves my eyes. Obviously, my mom loves me, whatever. But in human form, I had a person tell me, I love your eyes. Your eyes are beautiful. I never heard that my whole life. I've always been ridiculed by it. So to hear someone say that, I feel like it broke so many chains. But I still have to do the deep work. I still have to do the deep work over time. And like I said, when I became a mom, I was scared that Emmanuel's eyes were going to cross, or he wouldn't like me because of my eyes. So those things that was triggered from 4-year-old me, 12-year-old me, 17-year-old me, worrying I would never have a boyfriend, like, those things were triggered when I had Emmanuel, because I was like, is his friends gonna bully him because of me? You know, I had to deal with that, you know. So it really is all about finding that root and pulling it up and asking God to heal you and fill that hole, because it still is a hole there. When you pull the root up, it's still a hole. there from where that big self-hatred was. So you need to fill that hole with self-love. So that's why I say once you have God help you find the root, and once you discover where that is and you pull it out, you got to write down things you love about yourself and feel it. I love my eyes. I love my nose. I love my hair. I love this about me. I love that I'm kind. I love that I'm caring. Pack that hole in. God loves me. Pack that hole in with the truth. Pack it in with how much you love yourself, how much God loves you. Just fill that hole in with self-love, so that as you raise your children, when obstacle comes or things come or you're triggered, you have a reservoir of self-love, a reservoir of truth on the inside of you, and there's no longer a hole there. So please make sure that you do the 3 assignments. I'll put them here on the screen. I want you to work on those. This is not just this week, this month. This is a lifelong process. Obviously, like I said, certain moments you may have a big breakthrough, but you still have to maintain the breakthrough, so that you can love yourself, so that you can be kind to yourself, so that you can know that you are worthy and that you are enough and that you have a destiny, and that your destiny is important and your desires are important and your feelings are important and what you need is important. That's how you start Momming with Purpose. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I love you very much. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share the video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.